So since you're working at ISRO, there are a lot of startups also coming up in the space sector. What are your thoughts on that? Who would you bet on?
There is no preference bet
Okay.
on that, but I wish them all the luck.
How do you think ISRO and the Indian space companies are competing with someone like US, Russia, China?
Very good things about ISRO is that we started very early. As far as US space missions are concerned, they operate with a different.
Welcome to MLDS 2025. I have a very interesting guest with me this time. It's Nitish Kumar, who's the scientist at ISRO. Thank you, Nitish, for coming to our MLDS event and as well the hot seat as well. So the most important question I want to start with is, as a scientist working at ISRO, do you think aliens exist?
I think I'll answer that in a probabilistic term.
Yeah.
I think the probability is there that they exist, but not in the form shown in movies. That much I can tell.
So then what type of form do you think they are?
So we have certain conception of life and conception of existence. Like our is carbon-based existence. Right? It might be something entirely different than that.
Okay. So what was the weirdest discovery that you made as a scientist at ISRO?
The
That you can tell about?
Yeah, so I think I discussed was one of the moments when you realize that science and many of the philosophical texts point to the same thing.
Oh,
So one of the solutions that we developed, actually we drew a lot of inspiration from philosophy,
oh,
and
okay.
so that was quite changes you as a person. Actually, the way you look at things, I felt.
So do you think the people who used to live like 5,000 years before us, do you think they had a lot of knowledge about space and everything more than us that we haven't explored yet?
Yeah, I think there are a lot of evidences that point to it. I'm not expert on those evidences, but yeah, I think it is possible because knowledge is also, I feel, of different kinds.
Okay.
So we probably live in one corner of the modern science
Huh.
thought space, right? But there are different ways in which to know the same thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So kind of I understand that better now. I would say after many years of experience,
Yeah.
that is, yes, it is possible to have different kind of knowledge systems.
Okay. So coming to a different segment. So since you're working at ISRO, there are a lot of startups also coming up in the
Yeah.
space sector. What are your thoughts on that? Like who would you bet on is the best one who's doing it right now? If you can say that.
So, I have a lot of my school college alumni.
Yeah.
We have started this, so there is no preference bet
Okay.
on that. But I wish them all the luck. And as a ISRO person, I think we are very encouraging towards having startups. And we are looking forward to establishing a very blooming space ecosystem, and so that we can utilize space resources to the maximum, the whole country
Yeah.
to the maximum. So they have to play a very important role in that,
Yeah.
along with ISRO.
Yeah, so there should be a collaboration between startups and ISRO and everything. Yeah. And what are your thoughts on the US space missions? Like Elon Musk is there and all these things. So, how do you think ISRO and the Indian space companies are competing with someone like US, Russia, China?
Yeah. So one of the very good things about ISRO is that India is that we started very early.
Yeah.
And that's why we have a lot of firsts and probably in the top 5 things. And I think that is a key that we have to always keep in mind to keep stepping up early for different kind of space things. As far as US space missions are concerned, they operate with a different conditions. Their support from their industries.
They have more funding, as funds and all are better.
Yeah, obviously, and they are also older, so obviously it starts making a difference in the kind of so I don't think it is fair to compare in every aspect, right? But yeah, I think we are also quite competitive.
Yeah.
And we may be very good, and we may be top in the space we operate in. Actually,
Yeah.
the conditions we operate in, we might be actually much better than other organizations.
Definitely. And so coming to your sessions, your session was basically about the AI that is used at ISRO as well, and something hot takes about AI as well. So have
Yeah, AI in automation, basically.
AI automation. So what are your takes on this DeepSeek model that everyone is talking about now coming from China?
So I have a very interesting take on DeepSeek model that why did a Chinese company, let's say, namely DeepSeek. It could have been like,
What could have
so it could have been Seek Deep,
Okay, yeah.
But I think that would have sounded too Indian,
Okay.
like Mandeep or Kuldeep,
Yeah.
But that was just a joke, by the.
I think we'll keep it. We'll keep it somewhere.
So on the other side, I think so it was like I said also the innovation was good, and obviously the way they have handled and added value to it by placing it in the market, the position it has in the market today it has made everyone take notice of it.
Yeah.
So like all the like due credit to the team and all the people involved in that. I think it is high time that India has to develop our own AI.
Okay. The conversation is starting now. But a lot of, like Ashwini Vaishnav, our minister as well, he said that we are going to adopt DeepSeek in our system as well. What is your take on that?
I think, see, first of all, India is a very accepting country. Culturally, we are, so like I think it is very good to, you should always take the best in technology and, science. There should be no opposition to that. And probably we should build better than that, on top of that, right?
But what about some people are concerned about the privacy issues?
No, but if you host it locally in our servers, as our minister has said, so that addresses those concerns actually.
Okay. What about building something like OpenAI for space in India, or maybe just like an OpenAI?
So, like say, our organization is basically a need-driven and mission-driven organization. Like, so we don't. I'm not aware that we currently have this objective of just making like OpenAI, but definitely we have objective of like making the best AI that will serve the country. Okay. In various aspects.
Yeah.
So from that point of view, whatever seems to be, the best, we'll go for that.
Okay. So the last question that I want to ask you is, since everyone is now this year talking about AI agents, so what are your takes on AI agents? Do you think they'll come into our workforce? And do you also have AI agents at ISRO that are
working? We have an agent, Gyan. So yeah, that's a very good question. So I've been talking about AI agents like not only this year but previous year also.
Okay. Yeah.
I've been talking about them quite a lot. So I think there will be soon more agents than humans. Definitely they are going to surpass the number of humans. And it's going to bring a huge change in the knowledge-based economy that we are having.
Okay.
And we are going to make people more productive. So,
But what about the people who are concerned that if AI agents enter the workforce, there might be job displacements?
I think they will have to work less to do more. So I think it is going to be assistive in the short term, at least, like in the nearest term. What I meant. Yeah.
And so, how do you think something like MLDS is placed in everything that is happening around generative AI?
Yeah, I think like it is like really awesome to be here. The energy has been really something that creeps into you.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of like the crowd is huge.
Yeah.
Huge speakers are awesome here. I think it is high time to have this kind of perfectly timed. I would say.
Okay.
This conference.
Yeah.
Where there's a lot of even among common man right now, there is a lot of questions that are floating around, and to have the this list of elite speakers coming and addressing these questions is a very good opportunity.
Thank you, Nitish. So before I let you go, I just one last take. So what is the hottest take in AI that you have? Hottest take in AI. That's something that you predict or something that is not there. Not everyone will agree.
Hottest word you have to explain a bit. Yeah.
So like someone that no one will agree.
Okay.
But this is something that you believe in about AI as well. Or something controversial as well.
So I think like let me give you what I think about AI. And this is like from my perspective only. I think that AI will help humans understand themselves more.
Okay.
This is one field that we constantly we have to break down our own thinking process to further develop AI. So this will lead to a lot of research about human cognition, human things, which will improve our understanding of ourselves. So I don't think doing research in AI only helps build automating or autonomous agents.
Yeah.
It also helps understand human behavior.
I think all these reasoning models are also coming up, so they'll be able to help reason better.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much, Nitish, for having me, and thank you for coming to MLDS.
Yeah, thank you, Mohit. Great talking to you.
Thank you.